Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the DurrellDT podcast, episode 8. I'm back. I'm not dead. I know the broski's thinking, what's going on? Where's this guy? Why is this guy dipped? Like, sometimes you just gotta dip out, dip in, dip your toes in, dip out, make sure the water's right. So yeah, I'm good. Hope you lot are doing well, whoever's watching this. It's been a bit mad, 2 weeks since I done the last episode. I was trying to keep it consistent, but then I messed up. So yeah, we got a few topics this episode. There's a lot going on. Let me just get the topics on my phone. I've got some of the web browsers up. Yeah, and obviously I'm looking at this side to make sure it's recording, because I do not want this messing up. Yeah, I'm going to start off with George Floyd first. So obviously we know George Floyd was killed. I'm just going to do a basic overview. Yeah, so on the 25th of May, he was arrested for apparently a counterfeit $20 bill. Refused to return back the cigarettes. Then a police officer, Derek Chauvin, if that's correct, pressed his knee on his neck for 9 minutes. Obviously couldn't breathe. Emergency services turned up, and then he was pronounced dead at the hospital. And then, see, this is a crazy thing. If it wasn't for the people recorded and stuff, this whole thing would have just been blown over and just seen as there was probably an altercation. And he somehow passed away and just swept under the rug. But because people was recording, thank God for that, the officers and stuff were charged. But the thing is, it was not even first degree murder. It's what was it, second degree and third? And then they tried to play it off like, oh, he died because he had breathing issues beforehand. I'm like, no, you've got your knee on the man's neck for a good 9 minutes. It's like, the thing is, I think I'm realizing with life as well, it's humans that turn you mad, that make the demon just come out of you. It's not just just the world itself. Humans just doing the utmost, just doing the most. And yeah, it's just it's sad. And then obviously we've got people protesting in the US, and this moved to the UK as well, and global. And I can go on about this topic, but I'm gonna try and keep it brief. But like I've said, it's not black people wanting handouts. Black people just wanting equality. And I'm seeing the other side are slyly looking like, when we want equality, then they're feeling oppressed. I'm like, some tweets that I'm seeing, it's looking a bit mad. Wait, let me see if I can find this. I have to find this. Sorry. Hold on. Because this is just, I've never seen anything like it. People are not aware of what they're doing. If I can't find this, I'll just edit it and then just put the tweet. Because it was Rants and Bants that tweeted it, and I was like, yo, what's going on? I don't know if it was Holly Willoughby's sister or something, yeah? I don't know, but she got the same surname. And she was tweeting reckless. Let me see if I can find it. Alright, here we go. This was nuts. So basically she was conversating with someone. She was saying, what is the end goal here? Because it was to do with the aerial footage of thousands of people gathered in London Parliament Square to protest against George Floyd's death and police brutality. So she was like, what is the end goal here? What tangible thing can BritGov do to resolve the death of a man in America? Breaks my heart to see us copying the US. And then in brackets, not even mentioning the social distancing issues. Then someone replied, Black Power was the objective in 1968. Individually, it's equality. UK, if it still exists in 100 years' time, will mirror London today. White minority. Europe also. White women not having children in sufficient numbers because of feminism. And then she replied, I agree. Totally against racism of any sort. But opportunities wise, this is a bad time to be white. Good time to be black. I think it's best I don't say anything really, because one, I'm probably going to get mad, and two, this will probably come to bite me in the ass in the future. Like 20 years from now, maybe I look back and like, yeah, I went on the mad one. Let me not. Some people's perception of reality is so different to what it actually is, and they have no one to check them, to tell them. They have no one like close to them to tell them like, yo, you're moving kind of mad, or the shit you're saying is mad. And social media, it's positive in a way that you can bring the darkness to light to see all the things that would have been brushed under the rug. Like I say, George Floyd's altercation, him getting killed unlawfully. But then people like spewing stuff like it's fact. This is like the wildest statement I've seen in a long time as well. I've seen some wild statements on Twitter. Like, I wish I'd saved all of them, but I don't get it. See, well, this is what someone quoted, and I'm quoting it, saying, Akashe Thorne, that's their Twitter handle, said in the reply to it, when you're accustomed to privilege, equality feels like oppression. Hey, you know what, I'm gonna leave it at that, because if I was George Floyd's family member, I know me I can only imagine, but you would feel like you can only go to two places: jail, death, because that's not how the chapter goes. Like, they're saying he had 5 children, and even if it's a relative, brother, cousin, or something, and then that's how the story ends, knee to the neck. Nah. Yeah, let me just not talk about this, because I'm gonna get mad, and I just that's not my vibe. But yeah, it's sickening. When I saw the video, it was disgusting. Like, man's calling out for his mum. It's like, you know, in any situation, when someone calls out for their mum, you know it's a dire situation. Like, yeah, it's disgusting. But yeah, we're a long way before things are okay. I don't even say okay. It's not in our lifetime. It's not happening in our lifetime. So now we got that depressing shit out of the way. But yeah, rest in peace, George Floyd. Doja Cat was moving nutty, moving crazy. I logged on Twitter, and then I saw like a lot of the like pop artists trending and stuff, and I see Doja. You're just thinking, okay, maybe it's their music. And then oh, thank God it's recording. I thought it was like streaming or something. What the hell? Yeah, so it was on Twitter, and then she was going up, I think Lana Del Rey, is that her name? Like, pop artist was saying stuff about name dropping these female pop artists, and then was saying like, let her talk about what she wants to like talk about in her songs or whatever. But then somehow they wanted to cancel Doja, because apparently Doja was coming out like, she's been on a video, is it Tiny Chat or something? A video sharing site or something. It's kind of like 4chan kind of thing. In video chats, I've wrote it down, video chats with white men, wanting them to call her the N-word, how she doesn't want to be associated with her black roots, and stripping for them. And I put the eye emojis as well. Like, look, for me, if you do too much digging, you're bound to find dirt. Like, it's just natural. And this whole situation I genuinely didn't care about, but it was just the fact that it came up on Twitter, and it was going, the memes and stuff was hilarious. But it's like, and I know this is the thing, I think people are torn where they like her music, but then they like this cancel culture thing. It's like, oh, I found out this about you, you're cancelled. It's like, bro, like, stands of like pop accounts are already nuts anyway, but this situation is just kind of wild, because this all started from when she wanted to get her song to #1, went to number one. She was like, oh, I'm going to show my breasts if I get to number one. There was like videos of people playing her song on 7 different devices, got to number one, didn't happen. People went mad on the timeline. Yeah, and then this situation came up. I'm just like, bro, like, it's in this era now where it's like edgy jokes and shit, and yeah, it's just mad. This is, for me personally, I don't even think really the situation is gonna affect her anyway. She's gonna still be putting out music. Fans are still gonna like her songs. Like, after this, it'll blow over. Like, a lot of it is like fake outrage at stuff as well. But me, I'm just like, it's like, bro, I don't understand what's going on. Like, you're saying, these people that do their shit in their private life, whatever, but don't be surprised when it gets brought to light, because whatever's on the internet is never truly gone. So that's just a mad one. The next one, Joe Rogan Podcast going to Spotify. Big moves. Big moves. Let me close this down. Yeah, he's got the bag. He's got the flipping bag. So it's a exclusive deal where I think it goes on Spotify at the end of September. Trying to find it. Let's see. Yeah, Joe Rogan has signed an exclusive deal with Spotify, which will see his podcast disappear from all platforms. The multi-year deal is believed to be 100 million. Flipping now, he's got the bag and a half, mate. According to Wall Street Journal. Joe Rogan is one of the most popular in the world and will arrive on the streaming giant on the 1st of September. Yeah, he's got the bag. So he was doing this for time. And you know that people tell him, nah, this ain't going to go nowhere. Ended up getting all these guests. And now he's living life to talk on a podcast. And that's it. Like, solidified. Legacy, done. That's it. That's great. And people, so you're not going to get the video portion, you just get the audio, but people, his fans are still going to go to Spotify, whether it's free account or they've got premium, so they're going to follow him because that's what the entertainment is, so it doesn't matter. But that's a big hit for YouTube. But yeah, YouTube's moving mad. Like, I've heard, like, even Rants was saying that a lot of creators want to eventually move from YouTube. I think it's just to do with like copyrights and stuff like that. It's getting a bit crazy, and that's going to lead on to Twitch as well. Yeah, he got the bag fully, and their stocks went up as well. I think 9% at the time it was announced that he's signing that deal. It's just like, it's actually inspiring. Just week in, week out, several times, and it's like, I was wondering if I want to do eventually, like, have the second channel as well, where I just put highlights or something. Because, you know, like Michael Jackson said, study the greats and become greater. You know, pave the path, you know, walk it. So yeah, it's that's sick. That is sick. Like, imagine just to talk. Don't get me wrong, the planning and the grind, years and years and years of doing that. But when you break it down, paid that much just to talk, put it on Spotify. That's it. Genius. I love it. That's actually elite. So yeah, and I've had to flip and do thumbnails for my videos because I noticed I wasn't doing thumbnails. I was like, no, I've got to make it look a bit more professional. I didn't like how it was just a default video clips. So I was like, nah, let me see what everyone else is doing. Jack Frags has like the best YouTube thumbnails. Like, they're so clear. It's got the title at the top, then it's got the video. Of like whatever game he's playing, Call of Duty, Apex, whatever. It's actually elite. But I think he pays people to get the footage for the thumbnails, because they're not like in-game, like renders. The in-game models. It's actually sick. Yeah, leading on. Twitch, YouTube gaming, and Mixer. Oh my days. This is so peak. I need to share the screen for this, because this is actually peak. Alright, so basically here, year-over-year growth for game streaming services. Twitch 98%, YouTube gaming 65%, Facebook gaming 238%, Mixer 0%. Oof, yeesh. The replies, throw the damn towel. This is actually peak. 0.2. So The only growth was what Sheik streaming on there, and then Ninja. Like, that's what it's looking like. That's horrible. Like, I thought it was gonna go up because they were throwing the bag at everyone. Shroud, Ninja, some other people I don't watch. But Facebook Gaming, I think they were truly throwing the bag at people. I don't know anyone that's streaming on there, but that's obviously making waves. Twitch is already doing this thing. Like, that's the site to go when you want a video, when you want to stream. YouTube, whatever. If you've already got an audience of subscribers, but Mixer, that's an L. That's horrible. Flipping hell, 0%. And we're in like the pandemic, so more people are home, but it's gone no growth. Someone at Microsoft, mate, don't know what's going on there. All the numbers got discombobulated or something, because yeah, that's tragic. Just trying to see the replies here. Nah, flipping hell. Even after they were banging on about Gears of War, and they were trying to like push that and stuff, and it'll be with Mixer, like trying to get people to stream. But don't get me started on Gears of War. Was it Gears of War 5? Tragic. Game is a sloppy mess, crashes, and the story sucks. I might clip that actually to sum up Gears 5. Yeah. So Mixer, I don't know what's going on. I think maybe they should just shut down. That's not, well, they've already handed out the money. After that contract runs out with Ninja, and they're probably going to go back to Twitch. That's so pants. What the hell? So yeah, we were supposed to have PS5 state of play, but that got cancelled. A lot of these companies are coming out because of the George Floyd situation, saying they stand with the African American community / black community. And then who else? Yeah, and then I recently saw Sky Sports News put out like a statement. Well, I could say a statement. For what I imagine is this will happen. Oh, guys, a lot of these companies are putting out statements to do with the George Floyd situation. We need to do something quick. All right. Well, I'm on my lunch break. Let me just write something quick. And basically, this is what they came up with. Because this is... We strive to do more, to say more. We are against racism and racial injustice in all forms. Them man rushed. We know damn well these lot rushed to put something out. Serious, like, and they've got, they're not serious about it because they've got Graham Souness, who's on there week in, week out talking about Pogba. You would have thought this guy like piped his wife or something. The man has an agenda. And yeah, and the FA came out as well, spewing it. It's just all hearsay. Like, a lot of these companies, they have to now because all major companies are coming out saying something, and you're gonna look like the odd one out. So it's just, yeah, I don't believe that for a second. The comments kill me in the thread though. Flipping now, straight up like, all right, let me just write something quick. Okay, yeah, done. Send. Jokers. Yeah, and apparently now Twitch they're moving like YouTube, where they actually copy writing people with, they're using certain music. Some guy called No Coco Puffs was saying, wait, hold on, let me find the original tweet. Yeah, these new Twitch rules regarding music, bruh, I'm effed. Like, all I can do is YouTube funny music. I generally don't care if it's muted in my VOD, but the fact I can get my account terminated is crazy. Like, what? How did you get banned? So I think they've put out, but they've done this on a slide. They haven't actually announced it on any of their like Twitter, anything like that. So it says here are some examples of music that you can't use: radio style listening show, DJ set, karaoke performance, lip sync performance, and visual music depiction. Basically 99% of the stuff they were listening to through Spotify and YouTube can't use. People getting their account deleted. It's looking peak now. So people can't be playing music. In the meantime, with like the downtime and stuff, they're literally going to have to be jumping up and down and keeping people entertained for the whole shift. They're going to have to be snorting coke behind the scenes. Like Anti said one time, like, how are people doing 8-hour streams? Are they sniffing coke on a Be Right Back screen? They must do. Because that's stress. But I don't know why. Because I think it was kind of mentioned a few months back. People saying, can you use certain music? But Twitch weren't saying nothing. But on the slide, they must have added this in. So I don't know. It's another obstacle streamers have got. Yeah, I'm surprised though Twitch hasn't said nothing. That's weird. Let me see if it's on the actual Twitter page. Hold on, let me see Twitch music. Yeah, there's nothing. It's just a lot of creators talking about. Yeah, you will now. Well, someone said you will now receive copyright strikes from music on Twitch clips. VODs are safe because it gets muted. Delete all clips. Oh, it's the clips. It's not actual VODs. Delete all clips and turn off the ability to clip. Otherwise, your channel may get deleted. Damn. Okay, so I understand the VODs, but the clips. So all your viewers make clips. So you have to delete all of that. That is stress. I'd be fuming. But someone screenshotted them getting the copyright email. We've received a notice of alleged copyright infringement with respect to your account. Here are the details. All of the videos. Damn. Nah, I'd have to sue. And I don't care for negligence or something to Twitch. Even if they're like, well, you didn't read the terms and conditions. Like, I did, but you changed it. I'm getting the best lawyer I can. You're nuts. Absolutely nuts. What's the next one? Vybz Kartel. Certain individual who might be listening to this, his latest track, Not Okay. Now, I need someone to check on Vybz Kartel because he's definitely not okay. This track sounded like someone, he told his engineer, get a Nickelodeon soundtrack and then I'll just sing over it. So it's not like the sweet life of Zack and Cody, it's the sweet life of Vybz Kartel, because this track's horrible. But I think slightly he might be a marketing genius where he's trying to get the TikTok crowd, because the track sounds like it could be an intro for Nickelodeon. I don't understand. It's horrible. I thought someone was trolling on Twitter, but then I actually had to look it up, and nah, this is genuine. So someone check on Vybz in his cell, because man's not okay. Oh, I can't believe it. What's going on? Nah. So like bro said, it wasn't Vybz Kartel, it was an agent. Also, you know what? I'm not gonna name drop the bros in here, like anytime going forward with podcasts, because I know in the future someone may just think, you know what? Oh, he's name dropping. Let me just do some digging. Who's this individual? Nah, I've kind of just clocked as well, and even like RMP like has said it as well. Don't say certain names, so I'm just leaving that out. Obviously, you know who you are, so yeah, cool. And the last topic: Reddit co-founder quits board and asks for black replacement. So he's the husband to Serena Williams. He's put out a video. Can I play this? See if I can find it. 1 second. I should have set this up so I don't have to keep flipping. Adjusting it, but I'll do that for the next one.
15 years ago, I co-founded Reddit as a place for people to find community and a sense of belonging. It is long overdue to do the right thing. I'm doing this for me, for my family, and for my country. I'm saying this as a father who needs to be able to answer his black daughter when she asks, "What did you do?" So, I have resigned as a member of the Reddit board. I have urged them to fill my seat with a black candidate, and I will use future gains on my Reddit stock to serve the black community, chiefly to curb racial hate. And I'm starting with a pledge of $1 million to Colin Kaepernick's Know Your Rights camp. I believe resignation can actually be an act of leadership from people in power right now, and to everyone fighting to fix our broken nation, do not stop.
So yeah, for me, I don't want it to be the case of it's just out of sympathy that he wants to appoint a black person to take his seat, but it's a good thing that he's doing. But at the end of the day, the way life goes, talk is cheap. Until I see it, then I'll be like, all right, cool. But who knows? People might slyly forget about this, and then no one's like replaced. Or there's some technicality where his position, because he stepped down, that position's void now, so there isn't actually anyone that's going to replace him. Like, I can kind of really see it. But yeah, he's got a point. Obviously, bringing up his daughter, and he's going to be using money for, so I understand that's cool, but I don't know the like general reception to it. I haven't looked at the comments. Oh, well, someone said the last thing we want is for people to be hired because they are a certain race, minority or not. Whoever is the most qualified should get the job. End of story. I was gonna read that second comment, but it's a bot. It's got the username and about 8 numbers after it. I don't read those because they just be getting me mad. So yeah, I don't think there's any of. Oh, just about to forget. Obviously, because of the George Floyd situation, Batman ended up turning up there. We had a guy there that I saw with his bow and arrow, thinking he was Legolas from Lord of the Rings, fighting while Eye of Sauron is watching. Man had his bow and arrow. That's a hunting bow and arrow. And obviously the protesters felt their life was threatened and stomped him out. And then some news company interviewed him. So it looked like, if you were just watching the news, you would have thought, oh wow, elderly guy got stomped out at the protest. What's going on? But nah, he thought he was sick. He thought he was Hawkeye, and it turned out that he got stomped out. So let me see if I can find this. It's too funny. I mean, I'm glad like no one got hurt except him, innit? I mean, guy deserved it. I don't know what he was spewing though. Let me find it. Bow and arrow protest. I wish I'd like bookmarked it. There we go. This fella was bugging. Luckily his hand was all like mucking up the situation because he couldn't fully get like, the arrow there. Shit is absolutely nuts.
Look at this! Why did you take my car? You call yourself an American?
Yes, I'm American. All lives matter.
That's right, but they won't matter until we're... Don't you dare!
Man bought... If you think about it, in America, he bought a bow and arrow to a gunfight. And he got stomped out.
Fuck that bitch up.
He really thought he was onto something, huh? He really thought he was onto something. Hopefully there's nothing explicit here because I don't want to get banned. The man's now being interviewed as a victim on Fox 13. Mate. That's what I'm saying. Don't think you're Hawkeye in these streets. Just keep it moving. Just keep it moving. Honestly, I don't understand the mindset of what he thought. Yeah, like what he was going to... when they edited Legolas when he was just... No, the old guy. There was an old guy in the Lord of the Rings who he was holding the bow and arrow and his arm was hand was trembling. Then he let go and hit one of the orcs, or technically what's it, the Urukai, hits them, and then they edited it where it looked like every person that died, he was hitting he was letting go of that the bow. What did he think he was gonna do? Like, instead of just using, like, not saying advocating a weapon, but what his reload time was gonna be exquisite, where he was able to just fire off like 1,000,001 like arrows. These people are insane, batshit crazy. And then yeah, they obviously had Batman there, but his entrance was legit. It's a wild 2020. It's a simulation. Like, I'm just glad I'm not in America. As bad as life can be, living there, nah. It's protect and serve, yeah. All right. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna edit this. I think there's certain parts I might edit or something. I don't know. Probably upload it at the time of recording this. What, 10? Might upload in the morning for Monday, like 12. I don't know. Yeah, hit me up on all the socials. DurrellDT. Every week I have to get this out. Broski was telling me like what's going on. It's true that 2 week I shouldn't have done that. It should have been every week, so I wouldn't have. And you get into the swing of stuff like this one. This app might not have been as good as the other ones, like just the way it just flows and stuff, because I admit taking a 2 week break is not the vibe. So yeah, stay safe, drink water, eat fruit, stay active, keep your mind right. Catch you on the flip side. Peace.